What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In the last episode, September began, and with it, so did fall, kind of, technically, sort of. But it was mostly just an episode of kind of perusing around, taking care of a bunch of things, going to Paradise Planning, taking care of some stuff. The only thing I want to quickly bring up from the last episode is I talked about at the end of the episode, I was going to do a couple of additional things at Paradise Planning, but I actually forwent that just because it was going to unlock some things off screen that I didn't want to unlock off screen. So we're just going to kind of continue as is. Although today, we're only going to be taking care of one home at Paradise Planning, but of course we'll save that for the end of the episode. Today, I have one big thing to kind of go over before we get into anything else, and I finally did it. Well, like 95% of it. After all this time of spending time putting flowers all over the island, crossbreeding, I have mostly cleaned up absolutely everything. This is the only spot where I am still currently crossbreeding flowers, and only just a few. I'm trying to get like a couple more purple windflowers, a few more purple pansies, which is going to probably take a little bit of time, some more orange pansies, and then, well, I think actually that right there is the last black rose that I need. So, should be able to clean that up in due time, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Everything else, though, is exactly where it needs to be. I have, at least as far as the flowers are concerned, I have now decorated and put together everybody's yards. I'll talk about that in a second. But there's another other thing I want to discuss that came up about 2 episodes ago while I was in the middle of doing all that. Well, you might have already seen it if you were paying attention to the background as we walked past it. But this is one of the projects I've done with my flowers. I'm trying to make basically a big park here that kind of merges in with the museum. It's still a work in progress. This is just, like, this right here is just going to be a base for something else that I'm going to probably be doing a little bit later. And by a base, I mean the base flooring over which I'm going to overlay a custom pattern probably a little bit later. I've done a few things to the museum, just added some flowers and whatnot, but it really hasn't been all that much. I'm still trying to get my hands on a couple of other things, but you can see I got some flowers up there, moved the beds down here. Not a ton in this particular area, but now we can head on over to the central part of town. And this is where things are really going to get interesting. So I have basically customized every single villager's yard to an extent. I've given myself room to work with the flowers, but pretty much gave everybody their own kind of themed flower set that sort of fits both their personalities as well as their color schemes. So every single villager got one. But I did give myself some leeway with which I can add other decoration items in the future if I ever come up with any that actually fit. Like Vivian's, for instance, I got her an Iron Garden bench as well as a table and tea set there, which wasn't there before. You might have seen with Tangy's, I added in an orange tree, which I mean is absolutely perfect for her given what she is. Kind of added a little bit more to the whole Imperial theme that Bill's got going on with his house. So, I mean, even though the exterior of the house doesn't fit, but someday we'll be able to change that, I promise. And yeah, everybody's kind of got their own thing going on. This right here is absolutely nothing. I just didn't like it taking up space over on the other side of the river because that was a leftover from something else. What's up, Agnes? Gonna help you out with one of the more useful reactions today, but I'm kind of stumped. Sorry. Oh, hang on, Gina. Oh, you tricked me, Agnes. Did you not know how to do apologetic? Wow, that was lucky. Sorry I didn't teach you sooner. Well, thank you. So yeah, actually, Agnes gave me a new nickname. I love how that was like the formal bow too. That's really funny, actually. But yeah, Agnes gave me a new nickname, which adds her next to Marina as the only 2 characters who have given me nicknames in this game. Marina calls me Sunflower, and Agnes now calls me Rambler, which makes sense because they're 2 of the oldest villagers we have on this island. So that's pretty much just an indication of where our friendship value is at between them. Everybody at this point sends me letters except for Kiki, only because she's the newest one here, but that will hopefully change in due time. They're just the little cues, little clues that tell you that things are going well. Speaking of Kiki, I am still working on her area, but I think this bamboo forest is just about done. I do want to cultivate the weeds around here a little bit more, and I'm thinking about adding glowing moss, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that. I think I'm going to end up just digging up these bamboo shoots and leaving it as... Oh, it looks like I've got a stray flower here. I'm actually going to fix this really quickly. So, one of the things I've done to control the flowers, and I talked about this before, but I just want to kind of demonstrate it again. To control the flowers so that they don't start spreading out from where they're supposed to go, I have this transparent pattern and I put it down, and what it does is it basically creates a spot on the ground where flowers can't grow any more than they already have. The only problem with it is that these can get in the way sometimes when placing down decorations, so you want to make sure that you check for these whenever you're trying to put something down and it won't work for whatever reason, especially if you put them all over the place, which I have, especially all over people's yards, so that the flowers don't go crazy. All right, I've walked past it like 4 times. I'm not going to draw attention away from it anymore. Let's have a look at this thing up here. This flower right here, you might have never seen this before, at least in this playthrough thus far, and this is called a Lily of the Valley. I'm going to dig this thing up really quickly. Lily of the Valleys will only grow up on, as far as I have been told, they will only grow up on cliffs, but the important thing about a Lily of the Valley, and there was another one over here by the campsite, is that it means that your island has hit a 5-star rating. That's right. These cannot grow under any other circumstances, but they will continue to grow on I think it's like a 5 or 6 day cycle or something like that, and you will just get more and more of them that will continue to sprout over time as long as you can maintain that 5-star rating. Now, this happened almost exactly as soon as I had cleaned up all of my flowers, which I think is absolutely perfect and also a good indicator that I have exactly everything I need. So I was worried that I was going to need more trees and the like, but it doesn't look like that's actually going to be the case. So the number of flowers I have, I really want to just kind of keep this going. And the trees are probably fine. I think I will be safe to add a few more. I mean, adding things generally, as far as like plants and plants go, that's not usually ever an issue. It's more removing them that's going to cause you problems. So I don't think I'm going to have a huge problem adding trees, because I think this area over here, once I'm finally done using it as sort of a flower crossbreeding center, is probably going to become something a bit more naturalistic, I think. I'm not 100% sure on how I want to make that work just yet, but it's going to be a little bit less, I guess, urbanized compared to some of my other ideas, like what I have going on here, which is still a work in progress. Like I said, construction, it takes forever. And then what I have going on with my park down on the southeast end. So a lot of things in progress, but we're slowly getting there. Right now, it's just me accumulating more stuff, trying to make sure I have all of my flowers in order, but I'm just about there. Just the fact that we have a 5-star rating is pretty awesome, but because we have a 5-star rating, now we should head on in to the town hall, and we should go confirm that with Isabelle, because it's not enough to just see the Lily of the Valley. You want to make sure that you've actually got everything in order. So we haven't talked to you in a very long time, Isabelle. Hello! How are you doing? Good afternoon to you, too. How can I help you today? All right, let's talk island evals, please and thank you. Right now, Moreau has a 5-star rating. Our island has become so popular that people dream about living here. Allow me to read an excerpt from the feedback that I gathered. Number 1 on the list of islands that snow people want to be born on at least once. Moreau. Next winter, I want someone who lives on this island to roll me up and give me life. Well, winter's not that far away, so maybe there you go, whoever that is. We finally did it. Moreau wants a deserted island untouched by civilization, earned the best possible ranking. Thank you for all your hard work, Levi. You were a key to this island's success. To commemorate this very special achievement, I'm presenting residents with a recipe for a golden watering can. If you can pull out your phone, I can send you the data right now. All right. I will happily take this. Thank you very much. Should have it now. I can't wait to see that golden watering can and all the flowers it will water. And no, I think we are good for now, Isabelle. Thank you very much. That is absolutely everything I needed. I'm also going to check the automated system really quickly, the Nook Stop, and get my daily 300 bonus miles, because why not? And then I always use this as an opportunity to check the Nook Shopping really quickly, just in case there's anything. Wow, only one up here? That's, well, I guess the maracas are a handheld item, so that's kind of replaced it, but that's really odd that you've only got one furniture item. In my, so all of these just got added as far as the, as far as holiday stuff is concerned. I already bought them all yesterday, though. These are actually currently sitting in my mailbox, but it's 3 food items and then a moon rug, which is really cool if I ever get a space-themed set, but that is really hard to do. In fact, I don't even remember if the space theme actually made it into this game from the previous games. It might have been one of those sets that was kind of dropped off from the past, which sucks because, yeah, this game has far fewer interesting furniture sets than the previous Animal Crossing games, and that is probably the biggest downside to this game over any other Animal Crossing game. But if I can find those, I will definitely try to put something together. But yeah, so we got a recipe for a golden watering can, and you're probably wondering, how do you make that? Well, it's very simple. It's usually about the same steps as any other tool, except you have to add a gold nugget to it, and I went into the wrong menu. I want to go here. Let's take a look at it. Golden watering can. There you go. Just a regular watering can and a gold nugget. So why don't we go ahead and make that right now? Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a controversial opinion here, although maybe not for everybody. Now, the non-controversial opinion about golden tools in this game is that it's stupid that they still break. Because, yes, they do. They break later than regular tools, but they still break, and that's dumb. And I think everybody can agree with that part. The thing I also don't think is true is that the golden golden tools, are better than the regular tools. Here's why. I've already talked about my tactic of tool preservation that I use in the game, which is after several uses with it, I will walk over to one of the DIY workbenches, and then I will customize it to basically reset its lifespan. So if it gets a new color, then it's treated as though it is a brand new tool, and then it won't be at risk of breaking for a very long time again. This is something you cannot do with golden tools, believe it or not. If you craft it, it's just... you're stuck with it pretty much until it breaks. There is no way of preserving it. There's no way of saving it. And in that regard, I don't like golden tools very much. I am going to make one for the sake of showing it really quickly, but I'm probably not going to be doing this much else for the rest of the playthrough. So let's craft our golden watering can. Now, that's not to say that these don't have benefits, because they do. So this golden watering can, for instance, waters 3 extra squares beyond what a regular watering can do, thus making it quite possibly the best of all of the golden tools. But still, I have my major gripe with it that I'm not a big fan of. But we actually do get some Nook Miles for crafting our first golden tool as well. So let's actually claim those here in a second. I also just, literally the day before this one, actually hit my 100-day milestone as well. So I wanted to point that out. It gave me a 1,000, or was it 2,000? It might have been 2,000 miles for hitting that as well. So we're halfway to the last milestone, which is obviously, well, 200 days. But let's show off this watering can really quickly. So... golden and purple, and again, I wish you could just customize this thing just to change the color, like the trim or something. Why can't I give it like a green trim or a red trim or a whatever? I don't know. All right, so I'm going to water here, and generally, in most cases, I would water the plant in front of me, the one to my left, and the one to my right. But with the golden watering can, you will see that even the ones 2 squares ahead also get watered. So yes, that's what makes this one worth getting. It is, like I said, it's probably the best of the golden tools for that reason. The golden slingshot historically has always been a good one too, because it fires in 3 directions up in front of you, making it much easier to hit the balloons. But honestly, who really needs that kind of help with something like that? The golden net and the golden fishing rod, I don't even think they've ever really done anything. There was an escalated chance. I mean, people would, post rumors that there was an escalated chance, at least with the fishing rod, that you would reel in a rarer fish, but I don't even think that's true. And then the golden shovel, the only benefit it ever had is that whenever you would dig up a golden spot for bells, it would be 10,000 bells instead of 1,000 bells. But that's pretty much it. They don't really do anything else worthwhile. So the golden watering can is where it's at, which is why I'm not really stressing about getting the rest. All right, let's see who's at our campsite really quickly before we do anything else. And then we may proceed to probably to Paradise Planning. I think I'll check Nook's Cranny really quick before. Oh my gosh! Holy crap, that's a rare one right there. Shino! Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Shino. You live on this island, right? I'm camping here, going to kick back and chill in Moreau for a bit. So let's hang out while I'm here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this was one of the new villagers that was added in the final update to Animal Crossing New Horizons. She is an incredibly rare one. She's a peppy type, so same personality as Tangy, for instance, and Apple, who is no longer on our island. I would 100% add her if I if I didn't already have everything set in stone, I would 100% add her to my island. She's an awesome character, and also has one of the coolest house designs ever. Although it does have a lot of overlap with Bill's current house design, in case that wasn't like incredibly obvious. But she is a really cool character and just one of the most interesting designs, like right up there with like Ione, for instance, as some of the most interesting villager designs that Nintendo ever gave us for this game. And I do have her amiibo card, so I actually have her on my personal island, but I don't have her here, which I am okay with. Speaking of my favorite villagers, let me talk to you, Kiki, really quickly. Good afternoon. What's the latest? Trying to make the most of the day. That's it. Usually the second go around is more interesting chatter. Let's see. Perfect laundry doing weather, if you ask me. This morning alone, I must have watched 5. Oh my gosh, you have so much more fortitude than I do. I do like 2, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I need to be done here. This is it for the day. I am in for the night. I need a drink. Like, just from doing the laundry. Don't even get me started on folding. Okay. Ooh, we actually have a couple of things. See, I think I already have this one. It's also really expensive. Yep, I don't even have the money for that right now, but I'm pretty sure I've already got it in my, I think I've already gotten my storage, but I could be wrong about that. I might have to go back and, actually, I have a way of checking, and I went to the wrong one again. I have a way of checking to see if I already own this. All you have to do is go down here, see if it's repurchasable. It is. Okay, so I don't need to buy it. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. There's a cooler, there's a drink, probably not really much else worth going after. I am actually going to check in here really quickly just to see what else they got. I really do need to be buying more of these permanent tools, if I'm being honest, just because these ones are, specifically the outdoorsy ones, I'm a big fan of their design, actually, and I like them over the ones that you have to actually craft yourself. I probably should be going after more of those. I just don't check often enough to see if they're available. But let's get out of here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go and hit Harv's Island first. I actually bought a famous painting from Red yesterday, but obviously that is already in the museum. I think I'm going to actually use that for outside decoration, though, around the museum. Yes, I know leaving the Mona Lisa out in the rain and potentially sun, not a good idea, but whatever. There's no such thing as oil decay in Animal Crossing, so it's fine. It's totally fine. We have 2 of the most priceless artifacts in the entire world. It's all right. All right, I want to fly. We're going to go to Harv's Island first, take a look around, see what's there, and then I think we're going to hop on over to Paradise Planning and then see what we can do there. Like I said, we're just going to be designing one house over there today, so nothing crazy. Now these episodes are getting more compact, and we're putting more into them. I do still have a little bit of urgency to get these things done, so let's do that. I mean, obviously, there's only going to be one new thing for me on my end from Red, but that's okay. We'll still see here. So he's got the detailed painting, but I'm pretty sure that's the fake one. And then he's got the incredibly, incredibly obvious fake here in the informative statue, also known as the Rosetta Stone. Yeah, we are not going to grab that. Why would it be blue? Like, in any circumstance, why would that be blue? How do you not realize how fake that is? I'll actually take it. Mostly just to get rid of it, though. So let's do that, because I am really trying hard to complete the art collection, and I'm still quite a ways away. I still need another, 10 or so paintings and, 5 or 6 statues before I'm done in there. And so it's just a lot of work trying to constantly recycle his inventory to make sure that there's something there. Ooh, we got some interesting things here. Oh, I like that. That's cute. I like that one. Let's see. A lot of purses and bags and pouches. Ooh, I'm going to get the basket bag, because that might be useful as decoration, now that I think about it. And I think I'm also going to get probably none of the other bags, but I think I'm going to buy those samurai greaves. Yes, we will do that. And then I think that's probably going to be it. I want to say I already have the space boots, but I might be wrong. Let me take a look. Well, let's just get them. That'll be fine. I'm already adding, I was talking about the space set earlier. Literally, this is about as close as I'm going to get, so I might as well get them. Was kind of add. Plus, I've got plenty of money. Oh, speaking of money. Oh, gosh, I forgot to do this. You know what? Before we actually head over to Paradise Planning, there's actually one more thing I need to do back on Moreau. So, well, maybe we could just do that at the end of the episode. I think that's probably a good idea. We'll save that for the end of the episode as sort of a last-second thing. Do you have anything? Okay, I've already bought the paintball wall and the hopscotch flooring. I just wanted to go through everything else here. Circus wall, no thank you. Green Hawaiian, ooh, that's cool. I think I'll buy the dark stones rug, but then I'll probably pass on everything else. Not a really great selection of wallpaper and flooring this time, though, unfortunately. But a lot of the reason I'm buying some of these isn't for my use, it's also for use over at Paradise Planning, so I can use things that match, especially when the game doesn't give me nearly enough options to work with in its catalog. All right, let's head on over And we are going to do, like I said, we're going to do exactly one house, but this is going to give us another unlock, so I really want to get this done today. And we will see who is available for us to give a house to. I was really sad that I couldn't give one to Scoot and Pashmina last time, but that's okay. I think I have one of their amiibo cards, so I might be able to make that happen anyway if I have to. I'm pretty sure it's Pashmina's. So, what do we got? We're going to say hi to Nico as well. We got a kangaroo villager over there. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. We got a few interesting ones here. I'm going to grab that. Thank you very much. You just straight up look like Donkey Kong, Louie. And I just realized I came on this trip to stay in a resort and forgot to pack my tightest shirt. I'm blowing a perfect chance to... Dude, you're wearing a tank top. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, Rasher, I'd like to think I know a thing or three about vacation, kiddo. Let me offer some advice. The absolute best way to spend your time on vacation is to waste as much of it as you can. I mean, he is not wrong about that. All right, well, looks like we got a pretty good set here. I would like to choose somebody unique this time, so I'm leaning on either the pig or the kangaroo. So let's head on inside and talk to Lottie and get to it. And then we'll see how this all is going to turn out. Ooh, interesting bed over there. Might be able to do something with that. Also the ladder as well. But those are obviously things that are in my Paradise Planning catalog. So, ready to work. Let's get to it. All right, thank you very much. All right, now I am going to see what everybody's prompts are, and I'm going to try to do the most interesting one. But let's see what we got. All right, so first things first, what do you got? I want my family to stay in harmony with nature. Okay, I've got some ideas there. Can't sleep without the tick-tock sound of a clock. Ooh, actually, that actually seems really interesting. I want to hang out at a fancy place around. Don't we all, buddy? Don't we all? I want to work out in nature like in an actual jungle. That sounds like what the kangaroo wanted, but even more interesting. I want a secret base for me and my pals to horse around. That's incredibly ambiguous. I think I'm going to go with Louie here. My cheeks are... Buddy, you're not wearing pants. I don't want to know what's going on with your cheeks, but okay. Help me out. I want to have those in those vacation homes, but I have no idea where to start. Let's chat. I know we helped out a jock last time with Jay, but we're going to do this one as well with Louie. Just because he's kind of hilarious. I want to bring everything you got to this project. It's ambitious, but maybe you could pull off something like this. An actual jungle gym. Okay, those items don't really tell me anything, but we will see. Next step is for you to choose the island. Okay, well, we're going to definitely find something jungly, so let's do that. Let's see. Anything with lots of vines around, possibly? Ooh. Yes, let's go with that one. Perfect. With all the baobab trees. Now, Louie, we found an excellent location for you, but we'll need to see it for yourself before we begin. Please lead Louie to the site, and best of luck. All right, off we go. And you'll have to tell me what you think, buddy. Hopefully you like this. I imagine he will, as they never disagree with anything you do in this game, ever. And my new base, huh? Wow, I'm pumped. Hoo-ha! Well, it's in your hands now. I can't wait. All right, so I'm going to start with the exterior first, like I have been doing. So let me get to that really quickly, and I will see you all in just a second. All right, there we go. I think that more or less sort of fits. I mean, now that I've actually put it all together, maybe the background here kind of doesn't fit too much. But I don't know. I guess you could say it's like kind of a little bit of an oasis in the middle of all this. I guess there's water near here, so it's not too crazy of a concept. This right here, I do believe is a seat. Yes, it is. So that more or less fits. And then I liked this whole arch idea kind of leading into the cave sort of thing. That seemed like kind of a nice idea. There was a lot of cool, like... A lot of cool tribal things that I could have added. Oh, not tribal is the word I'm looking for. But I'm thinking like ancient, I guess Mayan/Aztec inspired stuff here, which is kind of cool. Even if clearly the idea here is, I don't know, supposed to be a little bit more African. But I don't know. There's a little bit of like at least somewhat similar architecture sometimes. But I mean. But not real. I don't know. But not really. I don't know. It's whatever they kind of gave us. I mean, this stuff right over here is pretty much just Corinthian. So it's just sort of a mishmash of a whole bunch of things. I think the only thing I'm like super proud of over here is kind of the vines, like the roots of the vines sort of coming out of the ground here from whatever this giant vine superstructure is. And then also this little cozy spot right here. I mean, this right here, I want for myself. I want that DIY so bad now that I see what it is. It's apparently another one of those mossy glowing DIYs that you can get. So I would assume I'd get it here at Paradise Planning from a bottle on the beach somewhere, but I'm going to have to keep searching until I can get that. All right, inside we go. I think this is going to be a little bit more of the workout space, so we'll definitely have to make something work with that. I don't see how the barrel and the box have anything to do with this, but the kettlebell makes sense. Okay, let's see if we can make this at least somewhat fit everything that's outside. Okay, nothing too crazy, I think, here. I'm not actually a huge fan of the stone style on this one too much. So yeah, we'll go with mossy. I feel like that fits a little bit better. But yeah, there we go. A little bit of a space for you to kind of run around in and do your workouts, do your exercising in here. I love the little leaf piles that I was able to get in here. Some of the flooring options here are super cool too. This is the one I went with. I was so tempted to work around this set right here though, because look, I just gotta show you this floor. Look at the like extremely strange 3D effect that's going on with the floor in particular. It's so weird. I freaking love it though. I'm pretty sure that's just the jungle flooring underneath it, sort of underlaid beneath another panel. Like here, let me swap it. No, I guess is it the same? No, it's slightly different. Holy crap. That's like really freaking creative. I love that rope adapt flooring. But I went with glowing moss and then the jungle wall. I felt like that sort of fit the mood better. I also gave this place a bit of a green tinge as far as the lighting is concerned. But yeah, I feel like this is a good spot. I wish there was another bed option. I could have probably gone with like a log bed from like my personal store or something along those lines, but I think it's probably fine the way it is. I'm not really going to worry about it too much. So he has 2 hammocks, but whatever. I feel like it's pretty good. Okay, let me get myself a photo, as I often do, even though I'm sure I've got people yelling at me like, this is not the best way to take the photo. You need to do it. Like, whatever. It's not like the end of the world. But I want a good shot with Louie in it, so wish I could. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think for this one, actually, let's just have him look around and we'll take a picture during it. Yeah, it's ready. Go ahead. Your power fortress is complete. All right, we'll get a photo in the middle of this because I don't think anything's going to be blocking him from view too much. Maybe the archway, but we should be mostly fine. An actual jungle gym. Well, it's not wrong. Perfect. Perfect. That'll do right there. I'll take it with this stupid blank stare. Oh, that's funny. I love him flexing in front of it just to psych himself up. He's not actually going to lift it. He's just going to get ready. Oh, and then he has ice cream. Dude, that's going to absolutely throw your workout off. I mean, I suppose it's an idea, but yeah, probably not the best. I just gotta say, I'm so stoked that you helped me make this dream a reality. You're the best. Well, now that all the work is done, you should relax and hang out. Recovery is important. Time to head back. Okay. Thanks, Louie. I appreciate you. I'm sure you appreciate me. All is well and good, but now, as we head back, it's time to talk to Lottie. Welcome back. Here's your payment. Where the heck is Wendell? I don't actually see him anywhere. Interesting. I'm going to go, or Wendell. I called him Wendell. Wardle, gosh. Sorry, Wendell's his dad. At least I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm almost 100% positive they're related. Wardle was praising you for how hard you're working. Never heard him chatter on so. Isn't that right, Wardle? Huh? When did he slip out? I swear he can be quick when he wants to be. Must have gone to stare at the ocean. That's how he always spends his breaks. You know what? The two of us should take a break too, at least until he gets back. I suggest a relaxing stroll around the island. I like that plan, Lottie. Well, are you going to come with? No, I was expecting you to, like, join me. I don't want you, like, stuck behind the desk all the time. All right, well, I guess we'll just have to go and find Wardle. Let's see where he's at. Or Wardell. Oh, my goodness, dude. You just shave that. You'll be so much better if you just shave that, dude. But not, like, completely so that it matches the frickin' face. But, you know what I mean. Just, you can fix that. I promise. There he is. You're welcome to sit with me. Oh, okay. I can do that. Listen closely. Do you hear the world's sounds? The waves breaking as the wind chases them ashore? The sound of birdsong can connect you to nature just by listening. If you allow the sounds of nature to surround you, then peace and relaxation can be yours. I believe that I am going to head back now. Will you meet me here again sometime, my friend? I love how introspective and deep he is as a character. It's kind of awesome. It's so wonderful to be surrounded by the sounds of nature. I can fill someone's home with these sounds. In decorating mode, I just have to press the left button. Okay, so we have just unlocked ourselves the ability to use soundscapes. Soundscapes are, well, just what it said. You use a little bit of ambiance to sort of add to the atmosphere, and you can make a home that's even more lively than anything before. And this is going to be something that we are going to be using plenty in future, but I feel like that is going to actually be everything that I wanted to do in Paradise Planning for today. Like I said, we were just going to take care of one home. So let's head back. Definitely want to go back to Moreau because we got one more thing to do before we call this an episode. Despite this episode being a little bit on the shorter side with all of the cuts in between, I still think that we have accomplished a fair amount today. Next episode hopefully will be a little bit meatier, but I don't know exactly. I don't really have as much planned, but I think we're going to probably get 2 homes in that episode as opposed to 1. So let's head back here into the town hall, and we are going to actually check the ABD. Not the Nook stop particularly, but the ABD. Here's why. So, over the last several episodes, I have been just kind of passively accumulating money, and I have way more than enough to finally pay off the loan, as you can see right here. In fact, I actually just spent a good chunk of change, like a good 500,000 or 600,000 bells on a few things in the last few days. So, I honestly had a whole lot more than that, but I've still got plenty to spare. So, I'm going to pay from savings the full amount. And there we go. Sweet, I finally finished up paying my very last home loan. Let's go and talk to Tom Nook. But is it the last, though? That is the real question of the hour. What's up, Tom? Well, hello there, Levi. My goodness, you've done it. You've paid off your home renovation loan in full. Congratulations, you're debt-free and set for life in an amazing, spacious island home. Yes, yes. I know you're just waiting for me to offer to expand your home, but your house is as grand as it gets. I have something else to offer, however, for free, of course. Nook Incorporated guarantees its work for life, and as a small token of my appreciation, I am proud to offer you a lifetime of free exterior renovations. Limit 1 per day. Terms and conditions apply. Yes, yes. I'm legally required to say that. Oh, yes. There is one other thing for us to discuss. Although we cannot expand your house any further, maybe look into expanding the size of your home storage. Unfortunately, such construction would not come cheap, so I needed the entire cost to be paid up front. Now, I imagine that as your house has grown, you've placed quite a few things into storage. But then, before you know it, your storage is full. And where does your old couch go then? Where indeed? That's what expanded storage would aim to solve. So think it over and tell me if you'd like to know more. And on that note, I'd just like to say that I hope Nook Incorporated continues to serve you for years to come. Oh, and once again, congratulations. Well, let's talk about it, Tom. Because I am interested, even though my storage is only about half full right now, about my home. Talk about your home, what shall we discuss? I want to expand my storage. Curious about the home storage expansion service. Expanded storage will let you store many more things than you can currently. Now, for various reasons, I can't offer a loan for this. You'll have to pay 500,000 bells up front, but I believe that's a small price to pay for the peace of mind you'll get from having all that extra space. I don't have the money on me this exact second, but I can absolutely pull it out of my ABD savings here really quickly, especially because I think this storage right here, this upgrade we're about to get, may need to be the only one that I get in the entire game. So I am going to withdraw exactly, I'm going to do 540,000 just so I kind of round out my pockets a little bit more. There we go. Not 100% perfect, but then I'll have a little bit of extra overflow because I like to generally keep around 90 to 120,000 bells on hand at all times just because of the things that can pop up in Nook's Cranny from time to time. Okay, let's get that expansion done. And we will see. I believe it's going to add another 800 slots, but I could be wrong about that. We're just going to say, yes, I am ready. Let's do it. Excellent. I'll start on the paperwork for the expansion right away. I believe that I'll have everything finished by tomorrow morning. Oh, this is so exciting. Thank you, Tom. So our house is finally paid off. After all this time, it is done. There is a ton of space with which to do things in there, even though I actually haven't really done anything with the space, unfortunately. So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. We have hit a point here where, honestly, more than anything, I really need to get going with Paradise Planning. there is probably about 4 or 5 upgrades still left to get in Paradise Planning. It actually might be a little more than that. And 2 of them in particular, I really, really need to have happen. But I have now also hit a point where I am a little bit low on money. All of that insect catching over the summer has finally kind of come home to roost, and I'm sort of out of money now. I think I saw Flick walking around here at some point. Yeah, he's still right there. I have a few bugs to sell him, but nothing crazy, just like some butterflies and whatnot, so I'm probably going to do that. It's not going to move the needle a crazy ton. But I'm at the point now where actually CJ is going to be the one who's a lot more interesting to me as I go fishing for various fin fish, and I've been catching a lot of Dorados and arowanas lately, and those are quite valuable as well. So I'm going to be looking around for things to try to get more money, but I'm at the point where now my income is going to be a bit slower, which means that I really don't have a ton to focus on in that regard. So I just need to get all the upgrades for Paradise Planning because they are going to add some huge conveniences to us, especially one that we're going to be getting, I think, around 25 homes done, and we're at 17 as of right now. So my plan for the next episode is to start the episode here, but we are going to pretty quickly blitz over to Paradise Planning, barring any gigantic changes. And from there, we are probably going to try to get like 4, if not 5 homes done over the course of the episode. So the next episode is going to kind of be a big Paradise Planning extravaganza because the ultimate goal for Paradise Planning is 30 homes, of which we are just a little over halfway there. But I'm going to basically blitz until we hit pretty much right up to a big milestone, which we will save for another episode. So that is the plan for next time, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you'll enjoy this episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.